Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It's Wednesday, August 21st. First of all, happy birthday to my wife Polly. Many, many more. Many, many more. Enjoy your day. I have a surprise coming for her in the mail today, a special delivery. Wait till she sees it. Shh, not saying anything. Listen, for in the yes, today's the day. Bruce Springsteen, the boss, is playing Philadelphia tonight. And guess who will be there? Yeah, you're right. I'll be there. It should be a hell of a show tonight. Beautiful day, little cool, lovely chilly tonight in the 60s, but it's going to be beautiful. No rain, no snow. So it should be a good show. We're going to talk about the boss in a minute. But before we talk about anything, there's a lot to talk about today. You know the routine. There he is, the patron saint of this podcast. There he is, the Budster himself. Look at his teeth, huh? Look at him. Beautiful, beautiful boy. We love you, my buddy. We miss you. Yeah. All right. So a lot happened tonight. Now let's talk about it, huh? That DNC. How about that convention, huh? Well, the Obamas both spoke, and boy, were they powerful. Oh, they gave it to Trump, both barrels. It was great. You know, Michelle Obama, there were people thinking she might run for the presidency, But I don't know. I guess she decided no. But boy, I tell you what, is she a talker? She can really speak. And I think my favorite line of hers was, somebody going to tell Trump, the job that he's going for, uh, maybe a black job. So they were just on their game. President Obama, he looks good. He's got the silver hair there, and he looks fit and trim, and he looks good. And he really gave, a great speech last night, too. He's my favorite. Yeah, what? I love Joe Biden. I love Joe Biden. Joe Biden's going to be an icon now. The wise sage. You go to Joe Biden for advice. He is the man. But I still like Barack Obama. He's a good guy. Yeah, he could. If it was up to me, he'd be president forever. That's the way I feel about him. And I did meet Barack Obama once. I won't say meet, but we didn't have coffee together or something. We didn't sit around and like shoot the shit. We didn't do that. So, but I was at a rally in 2008 and locally, and I got to shake hands with him. And he just kept going down the line saying, thank you for your support, thank you for your support, thank you for your support. So this here hand, right hand here, that you see right here, this hand here touched Barack Obama, shook his hand. I kind of did it like that. So that's that. So it was a good night in the DNC there. And tonight, of course, I won't be home. I'm going to the show, but they got Tim Walz speaking, Bill Clinton again. Do I have to do it? I'll give you my impersonation, Bill Clinton again. It's a good one, so that's why I figured I'll do it again. Ready? I did not have such a good woman. And that's it. That's the person. So, speaking of, uh, Donald Trump he looks bad. Doesn't he look bad? He sounds bad. He sounds old. He sounds tired. He looks a little bit. He's just this frail guy now. Because he's now the old guy. And I don't know. He was there speaking somewhere. Well, we don't even know. The thing is, Kamala Harris is getting these big crowds. She had 19,000 in Milwaukee last night. The Chicago is jam packed there for the convention. But Trump has these little, he's having rallies in garages, like garage sales or something, right? And he's there, and he sounds real. Oh, so we did this thing. It sounds like he doesn't sound like himself. He sounds like he's wearing down. So I don't know. Who's the old guy now? Hack? Hack? So we'll see. The 2 more nights of the convention. And Democrats are riding the wave of enthusiasm. But as President Obama said last night, don't take anything for granted. Still the underdog. Gotta go out there and vote. You gotta vote. You gotta vote. Because all this enthusiasm and excitement and joy and hope, it doesn't mean a damn thing unless people actually go and vote. So there. All right, what else is happening? Hey, did you see this thing in the news? They're developing a Dorito, and Doritos are in the news now anyway because that sounds like Kamala Harris's favorite snack. She went into a convenience store the other day, and the Republicans made a big deal out of it because she got a bag of Doritos. Oh, what the hell? She's hungry. She's a human being. Let her eat. Let her eat. If she wants Doritos, let her eat Doritos. I tell you one thing, we got a bag of Doritos here, but for us to munch on, but also to celebrate Kamala Harris. And I would take, if I could get stock in Doritos or who owns it, the Frito-Lay company or something, I would do it because there's a big spike. There's going to be a big spike, I predict, in Doritos in the next couple months. And I'm just saying, people are going to celebrate by eating Doritos. It's just solidarity kind of. Anyway, they're developing a special kind of Doritos they could eat in outer space. A Dorito that is like gravity, that like won't float away when you try to chop one. No, I'm not kidding. They're really doing this. Why? I don't know. But I guess because the astronauts want a snack. And you get astronauts who are up there in space, like for a year at a time. Like they have 2 astronauts up there who are stuck in space, and you hear about it. I mean, back in the day, if that happened back in the late 60s, people would be panicking in the streets. It would be all over the TV and the newspapers. Astronauts stuck in space. What are we going to do? So, but nowadays it's like, well, just leave them up there. Yeah, we'll go get them eventually. But yeah, they're not hurting anything. So, anyway, they're developing these Doritos so the astronauts could have a snack up there. Oh, and the flavor is Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch, which personally I don't care for. I don't like it. I like your basic nacho cheese Dorito, the basics, old school. I like all this newfangled stuff. Okay, what's next? Oh, did you see that Alicia Silverstone? Oh, she's the actress. I guess she's best known for her Clueless. Boy, is she clueless. She was walking in London yesterday, just walking around having fun. And she picks a berry from a bush in front of this person's place. And she starts eating it. She doesn't even know what the hell it is. She starts eating it. And she's eating it, and she's videotaping this whole thing for TikTok. And she's eating the berry, and she said, I guess I should have asked or checked if this is okay to eat. Well, I might as well take another bite. And she takes another bite, and then she shows it to the camera, and then she drops it on the sidewalk and films that. Well, as it turns out, that berry she was eating is very, very, very poisonous. It's something called nightshade or something. Anyway, so this brings up to mind a couple of things. We don't know. She hasn't posted as of now. Is she dead? No, people were really, really worried about her. Like, is she dead? I don't think she's dead because you were getting all kinds of stuff, how these people on social media think they're like Marcus Welby, MD or something. It's like, oh, yeah, she's going to die right now. But other people were saying, no, that it is poisonous, but um, it usually just, just causes diarrhea, vomiting, stomach pain. Yeah, the basics. So I'm thinking Alicia Silverstone was probably sitting on the toilet somewhere in London yesterday, trying to get all that out. So, but it brings to mind a couple of questions. Number one, what is anybody doing with a bush full of nightshade berries, poisonous berries? I don't understand that. Why are they, I mean, any kid could go in there and pick a berry, get sick, right? The berries were behind the fence, and she had to reach in the fence and she picked the berry, which to me is like stupid anyway, because why are you picking somebody's berry? They're not yours. They're not your berries. Don't pick them. Don't even put your hand through the damn fence and pick it. Don't do it. And second of all, wouldn't she like, would it real regular people like who walk crazy would ask what the if the berry's poisonous before you take a bite? I'm just saying, maybe that's just me. I would say, wow, I better check and see if this is going to kill me before I take a bite at it. And what she did, she waited until she took a bite, and then she asked, and then, for God's sakes, Alicia, she takes another bite. Like, well, I hope she's better. I hope she's not dead, for God's sake. And I hope she's better. I hope she's feeling better. And this is a lesson for us all, right? Don't eat the berries. Don't reach for them. Don't eat the berries. Just don't. Keep your hands to yourself. And a crazy person in London who's got poisonous berries in their yard, shame on you. Okay, what else? Oh, did you hear about this? The oldest woman in the world just died. Yes, she was 117 years old. She lived in Germany, late Germany, and she just passed away the other day. And of course, before that, they were asking her all kinds of questions. How they do? Like, how did you live so long? What's your secret? Blah blah blah. Da, 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 da. And she gave. See, I guess she got tired of answering all these stupid questions because she gave an answer, considered a smart ass answer for a 117-year-old. I think they asked her something like, well, what can you expect out of, what are you getting out of your long life? I guess they thought she was going to say, well, happiness, and, I'm just happy to see it. This lady was born in 1907. Give me a break. 1907? That's kind of when I was, but yeah, that sounds unreal, doesn't it? So her answer to that was, what could I expect out of life? To be dead. That's what she said. A death. That's what I expect out of life. Death. And she got it. She got it on the ship. God bless her. Now I don't know who assumes the reign, the honor of the oldest person in the world. I did see that list not too long ago. Yeah, they lived a long time out there in Japan, in the Orient, long time. And the French. It must be the wine, the bread. Anyway, so God bless her. She's gone after 117 years. Oh, and she has a daughter, by the way. She has a daughter who just turned 90. the young age of 90. God bless her. What else is going on here? Yeah. Well, we talked about that. We talked about that. Oh, do we have to talk about the Phillies? Oh, Jesus. I guess so. All right, all right. So, the Phillies lost last night. Walk wall in Atlanta, 3-1. They didn't look good either. They didn't look good. They looked like zombies. They're lifeless. No passion, no energy. You know, they just looked like they were going through the motions. And, it's a pretty big series. It's against Atlanta. It's against the vaunted Braves, who have won the division like 28 years in a row or something. But you would think that the boys would come out with a little more spark, but yeah, they were like, well, what else? What else? We'll get them. I think the Braves retired like the last 18 Phillies in a row. They struck out a ton. Ah, I tell you what, you could talk about the starting pitching, you could talk about the bullpen. Jose Alvarado, by the way, he sucks. He sucks. You're not going to cut him at this point. You're not going to cut him. But what you're going to do is you're going to bury him in the bullpen. You don't use him like the manager used him in a key situation last night in the bottom of the eighth inning. You're down 2-1. It's still a game that you can come back and win. And Jose Alvarado goes and he walks 4 friggin' Braves in the bottom of the eighth. 4. What the hell is wrong with him? So I would put him in, I'd keep him in the bullpen, but I would bury him. Use him when the game is like out of reach, when you're up 10-1 or you're down 10-1. That's when you use Jose Alvarado. I'll tell you who's available. The Cubbies released my friend, my personal friend, Hector the Protector, Hector Neris. Now, Hector Neris is good. He's a terrible closer. You don't want to use him in the ninth inning because he chokes. I'll never forget the game he tried to close in LA. Oh, wow, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, he gave up 3 home runs in a row. And he lost that game. But now you don't want to put him in the ninth inning. But he is a good setup man. He was always a good setup guy for the Phillies. 8th inning, 7th inning, you put him there, he's okay. He's got that split finger fastball. And I think he's all right. Could you do any worse? I mean, these guys are Ryan Kirkering, even Jeff Hoffman isn't what he used to be. I don't trust anybody in that bullpen. Go get Hector Neris. Yeah, I told you this a while ago when we were talking about the Phillies. I blame the GM. The GM, Dave Dombrowski, he didn't do enough. He brought back the same team from last year, hardly made any changes. And then at the trade deadline this year in July, he didn't do much. He didn't do much. He should have did more. He got in the offense that's stagnant. The offense worries me because are they going to do this again in the playoffs where all of a sudden they just got ice cold? I mean, the top 3 hitters last night, Schwarber, Turner, Parker, your superstars, zip, nothing. They went something like 0 for 13 or something. That can't be. In a big series like that, you need the superstars to step up. Well, here's the thing. I'm not panicking like a lot of people are on social media. Oh, the Phillies are going to choke. Oh, the Phillies are going to choke this lead away. There's still 6 games before the Braves. And they play them 2 more times in Atlanta this week, and then 4 times in Philadelphia. So all the Phillies have to do, really, is split those 6 games. They split those 6 games, there's still 6 games up, right? And then the Braves are going uphill because, number one, the Braves don't have the horses to catch the Phillies. They're without Austin Riley, who just broke his wrist. They're still without Ozzie Albies, Ronald Acuna Jr., Spencer Strider, you need. So, unless the Phillies totally collapse, which isn't unheard of, and it could happen, I don't see the Braves catching. I don't care. I don't care. I don't see the Braves get you. And I'll stick to that. I'll stick to it. So I'm not panicking. I'm concerned, not about the division. I'm concerned what's going to happen in the playoffs because the Phillies are going to get to the playoffs now. Is the bullpen wearing down? Are these starters wearing down? The offense, are they going to go cold again like they did last year against Arizona? Yeah, it's concerning because naturally the Phillies are going to be playing better teams in the playoffs and facing better pitchers. So the offense needs to step up. Superstars need to start playing big. So that's the Phillies, and they're playing tonight again. Aaron Nola's playing pitching tonight, and gets Max Fried. And let's hope that the boys win. Usually, when the boys have a bad game like last night, they will rebound. So, yeah, I get you. We haven't been playing good ball. I understand it. But here's the deal. Even though the Phillies are playing on crap, have the Braves and the Mets really gone off, caught fire? Are they 2 games back or right on the Phillies' heels? No, the Braves are still 6 games back. So my contention is, even though the Phillies may be floundering, that's a nice way to put it, are the Braves or the Mets good enough to catch them? And I don't think they are. I don't think so. So we'll see what happens, huh? We'll see what happens. Eagles play their last preseason game on Saturday. Who cares? Before they get ready to go down to Brazil to play the stinky Packers down there and hopefully win the first game of the season, right? And that's actually on September the 6th. So that's coming up pretty quick, It is coming up pretty quick. I'll still talk about. Oh, you know what I wanted to say today too? Did you hear this news? Oh, Jesus. The world's going to end. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez are getting a divorce. Yes, I hope you're sitting down. If you didn't hear this before, I'm sorry to break the news to you now. I hope you already had your morning coffee and you're settled by it. I hate to make you upset, but yes, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lawrence, Jennifer Lopez, not Jennifer Lawrence. Get it right. You get the big D of the news. Now, here's how I feel about that. I'm not really a fan of either one. I didn't take her neither. If I had to be a fan of one, it would be Jennifer Lawrence, but she actually has some talent. She could sing, she could dance, she looks good, she can act. Jennifer Lawrence, but Jennifer Lopez. Why do I keep saying Jennifer Lawrence? What the hell? Jennifer Lopez has talent. Ben freaking Affleck doesn't. I've never liked that good. And I hate to say it. Ben Affleck, if you're out there watching me, and I'm sure you are, yeah, right. He's going to watch this. But just never liked you. I don't know what it is. There's something about you that just right. I don't know. I know he's got talent. He's an actor. He's a writer. He's a director. I get it. The guy has money. I get it. No wonder J-Lo went a second time. But I don't know. There's just something about the guy. I don't know. Now, here's what I hope doesn't happen. I hope he doesn't go crawling back to Jennifer Gardner. Jennifer Gardner is my book. She is not only beautiful, but she is down to earth and sweet. She seems like a nice person. And she posts all these videos on Instagram, which I watch. And she seems very sweet. Sort of like the girl next door, like the all American girl, That's Jennifer Garner. They were married once. They had kids. They still, see each other as parents. You know, they see each other. I'm just hoping that she is not stupid enough to take Ben Affleck back again. Because you know how guys are. He might start coming around, sniffing around like a dog, like a dog. And what she ought to say is, get the hell out of here. I don't want anything. Now you're coming to me. Now you're coming to me. Really? I told you. I told you this one. Now you're coming to me. So anyway, that's just my feeling. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens in this saga. But to me, I think it would be a big mistake for Jennifer Garner. I mean, I have to say that. Listen to me, Jennifer Garner. I know you're at the TV. So, um, yeah, that's the big news. All right, so one more thing. So I'm going to the show tonight. Bruce Springsteen, the first time he's played Philly in a couple of years. He was supposed to play last year, and he got sick. Last minute, that's it. Canceled both shows. We scheduled him for this year. And since then, he's gone, sort of around the world. He's had concerts in Europe. He just played Pittsburgh the other night. That's like far off. And, it's good to see him back again. Good to see him back close to home, you know. And so I was thinking, what's my favorite Bruce Springsteen album? Um, I was going to say song. There's so many. I can't just pick one. I just can't. There's a lot of Bruce Springsteen songs that I like, and I just can't pick one. But as far as the album is concerned, I pared it down to two. Now I know he's got things like The Ghost of Tom Joad and The Prescott and all those really sad albums. The Rising is a good album. He wrote that after 9/11. I give him a lot of credit. It is a really good album. And the early stuff, Darkness on the Edge of Town, hard rock. But if I had to pick two albums that I really, really like, it would be Born in the USA. That's like a perfect album because you got the anthem Born in the U, which will just cover me, the hits Glory Days and Dancing in the Dark. And you've got the other anthems, No Surrender, Bobby G, and My Hometown. There's just so many good songs with them. Working on the Highway. Uh, it's a great album. It's great. It's just great. But if I had to pick one album for my favorite of Bruce Springsteen, I would say it's The River. Now, why do I pick The River? That's a double. It's just so much fun. It's diverse. It's got slow songs, pretty songs. It's got a lot of rockers, a lot of upbeat stuff. Maybe that's why I like it. As soon as you put in one, The Ties That Bind, Two Hearts, Out in the Street, Hungry Heart, Sherry Darling, Rambron. It's got so much enthusiasm and upbeat, cheerfulness, positivity. It's just a great album. And, I mean, you could go through the whole thing, two sides, and really not find a bad song. So if I had to say it's close call, I would say The River is probably my favorite one, with Born in the USA close second. So anyway, it's going to be fun tonight to see the boss again. And, we all get older. I mean, look at me, I'm 118 years old. I guess you could say I'm now qualified as the oldest person in the world. Nice to know you. Did you know that all this time you've been watching me on this Unbreakable podcast? Like something like 362, I believe it is, episodes. You didn't know all this time that I am now the oldest person living on it. So, yeah, hi, how are you? So, um, we all get older and we all cope with aging how we can, right? The best way we can, one day at a time. And even the bosses, look, he doesn't do the 3 hour shows like he used to. He was hated 4 hour shows, you know, where he'd start at like 7:30, 8 o'clock and not get done until after midnight. But he still does a good show. And the other thing he doesn't do is from show to show, you never knew what the set list was going to be. You know, you never knew. He would just keep changing it up, changing it up. One year, he was doing whole albums. Like I saw him down at the Spectrum, one of the last shows at the Spectrum in Philadelphia before they tore it down. And he did the entire album of yeah, 40 years, the whole thing. He didn't stop. He just went from the beginning to the end. And it was great. It was great. So he's had tours with that, where he does specific albums all the way through. But in his history, he just never knew what songs he was going to sing from night to night. And that just made it more fun, I think, because you're going down to the show not knowing what you're going to hear. You know? Just adds a little more anticipation, a little more excitement to the show. Nowadays, he has a basic thing. He might throw in a surprise or two in the show or in the encores, and that's fun. That's good. But he stays with a simple, basic set list like most artists do. Yeah, and for a guy in his 70s, he's still rocking too. So I'm looking forward to seeing the boss. The boss beats the boss. Sorry. All right. Well, we talked about a lot of shit today. A lot of shit. So I hope you guys had a good day today. Enjoy the weather if it's nice wherever you are. Go Phillies tonight. I want the Phillies to win so they could shut up all these people these annoying people on social media who are doom and gloom people, Debbie Downers, that are, oh, the sky is falling. I think I'm putting off the Walt Whitman Bridge. The Phillies actually lost again. Oh, well, it's a long season, and you have to have faith in the team. No, you don't put on your rose-colored glasses. You look at it realistically, and you're a fan, right? But I was never good at math. But if you look at it mathematically, the season is winding down, and the Braves are 6 games back. That's why these head-to-head games against the Phillies are very, very important because they kind of count as 2 games in the standings. So these are games the Phillies need to put on their big boy pants and start playing. So hopefully it starts tonight without Aaron Nola. So we'll see. All right, everybody, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll give you a review of the concert, the great Bruce Springsteen concert tomorrow on the show. So you can want to tune in for him. And who else? Don't know what else we're going to do or talk about. Maybe I'll bring some Doritos in with me. Yeah? You bring some Doritos with you, and we'll eat together. I'm just saying. Okay, everybody. Peace and love. See you next time. Probably tomorrow. Have a good day. Thank you for watching or listening or both.